Hello everyone, it's Zinia here, and today I'm gonna share with you my third layout that I created for scrapbooking.gr. And my most favorite part about working in their design team is that I'm actually able to put together my own kits each month. So for this month I did some digging and I discovered this beautiful floral paper, which was my main inspiration of the colors and the layout. And if you see it, it's actually having that iridescent details, although I'm not gonna use much of it. And I also found this cut piece of paper, and I think it's from Kaiser Crafts, and it was a really lovely product to use because I sadly don't own a silhouette, and I really love playing around with this kind of cut files. So I guess this was my first time experiencing how it will be to work with a silhouette cut file, and I'm getting more and more tempted to get my hands on one. So here I'm just cutting it in approximately in half, and I'm only cutting the straight lines, not the little pointy edges, because I think I can use it like this on another piece of layout that I will do for the other part. And I also cut the branding strip and use it its backside of the floral paper, I mean. And the backside of that floral paper, it's this beautiful dark gray, dark brown with the light polka dots, and I thought it was like a wonderful pattern to use as a border. So I decided at first to use this photo, but you'll see in the end I'm gonna switch it for a different one, because this one actually ended up being too colorful. Yeah, I actually have a few really colorful photos, very saturated, that I really wanted to make some layouts with, but I have a hard time picking a design and some products that will match nicely, so I'll end up changing that later. For now I'm just tracing some of the arrow pieces of the cut file, and I'm just doing a couple here and there, some big ones, some smaller ones, and I'm doing that because I want to go ahead and paint behind some of them. That's why, if you saw at the beginning of the video, I had all the products together. This month I grabbed some acrylic paint dabbers, and I am in love. I have 3 colors right now. One is like shell pink, the other one is pool, and I have a white snow cap. And I don't know, it's my first time using this specific brand, and I actually love it. I don't own very interesting acrylic paint colors, because in my uni I mainly use like the basic colors. So it's really fun to have acrylic paints that are straight on a fun shade, and you don't really have to do all the mixing. Although I will do some mixing here. I am mixing the different colors a bit to get some medium shades, to have some more interest. And actually that pool shade, it's kind of too bright for my color palette, so I will go ahead and white it out a bit, make it a bit more pale, and you can see that the finished painted pieces. And you don't really need to be very careful with the lines, because the cut file will cover around even if you go a bit around the edges, so it's all good. Just don't be too messy. And now I got my texture paste and Tim Holtz stencil, and I want to add a little bit of texture behind the photo. So I'm just I actually marked where the photo will be, so I won't use the texture paste at some area that it won't show, like behind the photo. And you can understand how much I'm valuing my texture paste. I don't know, I'm very much hoarding it in a way. Like I rarely use it because it's just so gorgeous that I just don't want to run out of it. I use like a very tiny amount every time. So that's what I did there. And I'm slowly waiting for the paint part to dry out. So for now I'm gonna leave it aside and go ahead and show you what I'm thinking about this paper. And what I'm doing here is I'm gonna basically get my scissors and fussy cut all the flower parts. Well, actually not all the parts, I left a tiny bit of it. But yeah, most of the floral part I fussy cut it, and I will use it as my main embellishment, and you will see how pretty that will be. Like I had that idea in mind when I was picking the paper, but when I actually put it on the page, like look at this, such a beautiful huge piece of embellishment. I've never used such a big piece of embellishment before, I guess. It makes it so easy and effortless to create a beautiful layout. So here that I put the floral, I decided that this photo won't work, and I'm looking for a black and white picture. So I end up using this photo, this old picture of myself, and I'm gonna mount it again on some I don't know how you call this thing. It's like cardboard, maybe. It's basically I'm cutting pieces of the boxes that I receive with different orders, and I'm using it to add some more dimension on my page, on my elements of my page. I guess it's like it's very cheap, actually, a free alternative to getting some fun foam or something like that. So I've been using this for a while now, and it's fine. And what, oh yeah, here I'm gonna stick that down, and I guess if you're patient enough you can go through a little pointy spots, but I just went through the straight lines and around the edges, gonna put some border and put it on the paper like that. And then if I saw some of the pointy edges lifting up a lot, you'll see here, I'll just go back and add a little tiny piece of glue just to keep it in place. But I didn't really do it for all of them. I find it very time consuming and I'm lazy, I'm sorry. So I'm kind of roughing up that border there because it felt a bit too flat. And I'm gonna stick it down as well. Oh yeah, and it's you can see like the whole process is not it's not hard at all. It's just how easy some products make it to work. You know, like when you have the cut file ready and then the paper, you can create, like you can put an embellishment on your whole page with a single paper, by cutting a single paper like that. It's just such a simple process, and I actually found the result to be very artistic. It's not just, it didn't feel like a scrapbook page, it felt in a way like a painting. Or maybe I'm exaggerating, but that's how it felt. And also when my boyfriend saw the page, he was like, oh my god, this is so pretty. I'm like, are you sure? Because I feel it's a bit simplistic. Are you sure it's okay? It's good enough to go with, or it needs more things? He's like, no, it's perfect. I'm like, okay. So yeah, it really felt like it came together so beautifully. And that was thanks to the products. It's like anyone can do it so easily. So after I'm done placing everything, I will take my mist, my distress stain spray, and I will sprinkle with some white splatters to, I don't know, like just make it a bit more playful, add some more interest, especially at that bottom part. And because the floral part has those splatters with the colors, I think it looks nice to add those in the bottom as well. And I guess that's it for here, but if you check, is it? Oh no, wait. Oh, I forgot my title. Okay, so I actually struggled on what to do because I wanted something white or something very light, and I didn't have any white thickers. So I got these wood veneers, and they're from my stash, and they're from the Hello Love collection by Cred Paper. And I really like the wood color, but then I was like, how about painting it white? And because I wasn't sure, I tried it on a heart first, and I kind of liked it, so I went ahead and used my white paint dabber to paint over my wood veneer and turn it white, and that will serve as my title here. And I also wanted to mention, if you check on my blog and on the photos, I actually added a couple of word stickers afterwards, but unfortunately that was like the next day or something, and it was off camera. But I wanted to add a little bit more detail on the embellishing, so make sure to check the blog to see the final photos. And yeah, that's everything, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. And let me know what do you think about this layout in the comments below. I love chit-chatting with you. And of course, as always, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.